So I have blue eyeballs. This is me with blue eyeballs and green centers. You can still see my regular eye. Hi guys. Hello. Welcome to my channel. So today, as you can see, I look a fool. Yeah. So I seen this video done by like Mickey Tutorials and I think Raw Beauty Christy, a couple other bigger YouTubers. I was really interested in seeing how far I've come with my makeup skills, and it kind of shocked me, to be honest with you. So I recreated a look that I did when I first started my channel. I think it was like one of the first 15 videos, maybe 10 videos that I uploaded. And I remember how obsessed with this look I was, and I thought I did so good. And now today I recreated the same look the way I did it before, and then the look I would do now if I were to do this kind of look. So if you guys want to see how I did my makeup then versus how I do my makeup now, just keep watching this video. If you want to be part of the Weirdo Squad, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can be informed every time I upload a new video. But anyways, without much more explanation, because this really doesn't need it, it's very self-explanatory, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, I trimmed this eyebrow because that's what I would normally do now, and I didn't really pluck or trim this one. I mean, granted, it's not like it used to be by any means, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump in. I am going to do my makeup based off this video right here. I will leave an iCard up in the iCards so that way you guys can check out that video and see exactly what I'm referring to. I am going to do the same exact look and try to use the same products if I do have them, which I think I still have a bunch of them. This video that I am referring to was published December 20th, 2017. Needless to say, this is how I used to do my makeup, so check out that video and see how much my skills have evolved. Oh my god, why did I do an orange eye and purple lipstick? It's crazy how different I do my makeup compared to what I used to do. Like, watching this video, I'm like, oh lord, okay? First off, I did not pluck my eyebrows, and I have naturally thick eyebrows, but they're like sparse, so I have a video where I did my eyebrows. This side is gonna be how I do my makeup now, and this is how I used to do my makeup. So I'm still using the same products in a sense. This is the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The way I used to do this though, oh girl, I used to overdraw. So what I would do is pretty much the same thing I do now. Now I give it a little more shape. I just draw a thick line from the very front of my eyebrow to the very tail, and I bring it all the way up here, and then I take my pencil and I make like these little strokes, but I wasn't so precise. I kind of just crammed them in there, and I remember how square my brows were. Okay, this is the fun part. So I would like make my brows bigger than what they were, and I realized that I didn't need to do that because I have eyebrows. Pretty much at the thickest point right here is how thick I would make them. Like, look at all that extra space right in here that I have to fill in. Oh god. Lord, what was I thinking? Okay, so at this point I would go with pomade, one that was probably too dark for me, like this Eyebrow by Benefit. This is in the shade number 5. I don't know what business I have using shade number 5, but I have it. I bought this so long ago that obviously it's probably trash now. But I bought this so long ago and I did not know nothing about eyebrows. I just bought it and was like, okay, cool. I should have got a lighter shade. This would work for me. But I don't even really like using pomades anymore, so.
Dude, I have the most atrocious looking eyebrows.
Literally, I'm just gonna follow the line I just made. Holy shit. Honestly though, that looks better than how I used to do it. And then I would just take a little bit more product and kind of just run through my eyebrows with that. Take what's left over. I'm pretty sure I recall, I always thought carving out my eyebrows was such a waste of time.
Little did I know this was.
Honestly, this looks better than what I'm doing in this video. I'm gonna link this video that I'm watching, this eyebrow tutorial, up here as well. This is so embarrassing, to be honest with you. So I always used this, the Make Me Brow. If you will go back to my older videos, you'll see that I always used this. Honestly, that doesn't look as bad as it used to. My lines were never straight, they were never sharp, they were never even. And now I'm like, I kind of have a better concept of what I'm doing. And I kind of do like the same process, but differently, if that makes sense. I'm going to make that same line underneath my eyebrow. Y'all, when I started my channel, everybody hyped me up. I was one of those people that everybody was like, you're so good at makeup, you need to do this and you need to do that. And then, like, looking back, I was horrible. I just had a bunch of makeup I didn't know what to do with, and I absolutely love makeup. So I am going to do the same with the top, but this time I'm actually going to follow the natural hairs on my brow. So I'm not like creating a new shape like I did with this one. I am going to pretty much keep it kind of thin like it is, and it's going to be thicker in the front because obviously my hair, there's thicker hair, it's more hair in the front. Jesus, why can't I talk? And then I just take my pencil and I just fill it in, like the whole brow. I don't use no pomades anymore, like it's very rare that I do. And then for the front, what I do is I take my pencil so lightly, and I draw that line, and I start making those hair-like strokes a little more precisely than I used to. And then I take the spoolie on the end, and I just turn it upwards because I don't have a whole lot of space I'm working with, so, and I just lightly comb through it. Okay, and then I do clean this up with concealer, which I am gonna go ahead and do now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. So, two things. I don't put brow gel in yet because I've learned that brow gel really like helps get rid of powders and stuff. So I always wait until I'm done with pretty much the rest of my face. And for this video, I used these two primers, which this is the Maybelline Massive Prime in 100 Blur and Smooth, and this is the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for dry skin. I take this and I put it on my T-zone. I didn't know exactly what my T-zone was. And then I would take this and I would just put it all over. This is how bad I was at shade matching. So I still have the same two colors. I had the Cool 3, which is actually a better shade match for me, and I went out and I bought this one, which is the neutral, or the N2 Classic Ivory. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one because that's what I used. And I actually have a normal beauty blender. I was using the Real Techniques sponge in this video. It's funny because even in this video I say, oh, I promise you I'm not this pale, but like I thought this was better shade match than the other one. I used to buy the lightest shade in everything and think that was my shade. Like, I didn't even color match, I just bought the lightest shade because I thought I was that pale. So I used the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade 10, which is fair. So I would put a little bit on the back of my hand. I would take my beauty blender. Everybody raves about this stuff and I just don't like it. But anyway, this is the translucent one. This is an utter mess, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna just take my beauty blender and something you guys never see me do. I'm gonna bake. Oh my god. I'm still using it. I'm still fucking using it. So on top of baking, I'm gonna take the suntan one, another really messy powder, and I'm gonna take this Morphe E41 brush, the same brush I used in this video. I'm just going to put that all over the rest of my face and wipe away my bake. Oh, I guess I did my brows after my base. Whatever, it's already done. Look at those eyebrows. I loved this palette then. I still love it now. It's the Zulu by Juvia's Place. So I don't know if I have the same brushes as I did because I did do the brush declutter and I got rid of tons of brushes. So this is how I would prime my eyelids, apparently. So I took this little tiny Morphe brush. This is an angle brush and it is the M225. And I took the yellow shade out of the palette and I literally carved out where I wanted my crease to be. And then I took the yellow color. I had the right concept, I just was clueless. And I'm going to blend that upwards a little bit, apparently. That's all the higher I took it. So I used this e.l.f. brush. This is like a packing brush. I blended that out even more. So I'm going back in with this brush. And now I'm going to pick up the orange shade. And I'm just going on that same exact line that we made before. Going back in with this brush. I guess I'm just blending those shades. I'm not adding any more orange or yellow, I'm just blending. Oh Lord, I would never do this like this. So not only did I use this palette, I used to love this palette, I just don't like it anymore. This is one palette I have not been able to get rid of. Even in my palette declutter, I still have not gotten rid of this. But of all shades in this palette, I took Relic right here. The shimmery yellow. I can't believe that I did this. And I said I only want a little bit of sparkles, so... Oh my god. I guess I'm just gonna use this eyebrow brush by Billion Dollar Brows and the same Lexi brush. And I'm just gonna use what's on my hand and I cut my crease. And then I went into the shade Amen from the Satan Center palette. I packed that all over my eye. I pulled out this shade right here from the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place. And I guess like I literally took that burgundy shade and added it to where that orange is. Oh my god. What the fuck? So I was going in with the shade right here with this e.l.f. brush. Of all brushes to use, I used this to put this on my brow bone. So now I'm taking the Magic palette and I'm taking Nubia, this shade right here, and I'm using that lip brush to pack that all over the lid. Oh, apparently I was too experienced for my time. And I was trying to do a double cut crease because actually what I did, I need to pay attention before I get ahead of myself. I took that Morphe brush that we were using to apply the first two shades with, and I did this little line to apparently leave some white negative space between the colors. So I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner to make a wing. Okay, so apparently I said F it on the lashes in the video. I guess I took a big ass brush like this and I went like this underneath my eye with the yellow. And then I took this one, which is the M578, and I took the orange. I can't even keep up with myself. So I guess I put black eyeliner in the waterline. And then I took a pencil brush and blended that black eyeliner out. Well, bitch, you need to calm down. I got a little smudge crazy there. Jesus, man, I just can't with myself. And I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie mascara. This is Falsies by Maybelline. So I don't have the Maybelline contour kit anymore, but I still have the same brush. So I'm just gonna go into this Naked Skin one by Urban Decay. I remember blending was not a thing for me. Is that all I did? Was my cheeks? Okay, and then I did use this Park Ave Princess in this PK4 brush. And I still have this blush. Okay, so the lipstick I had was a purple lipstick from NYX. I think I might still have it, but I don't know. Let me see if I have a purple lipstick. So it's kind of like this. This is the shade Subversive Socialite. Now let's go ahead and move on to today's side of the face so I can, get kind of looking somewhat normal. I'm gonna try to use a lot of the same products. I'm not gonna use the same brushes by any means, and I'll probably do a different lipstick because this looks a fool. So first things first, I do my base last, so I'm going to just use some of this Maybelline Master Conceal, and I'm just going to prime with it. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and cut my crease using the rest of the concealer on the back of my hand. You guys have seen me do this a million times, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'm not going to add that shimmer up there. No, I'm not doing it. Because I would never in my right mind put a shimmer in my crease. And then I'm going to dip into this Suva Beauty eyeliner. This is in the shade Grease. So let's go ahead and move on to the face. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the same product. The only thing different with primer is I like to bring it up underneath my eyes. to smooth out my eye wrinkles underneath my eyes. And so this time I'm going to use the cool one for my foundation, the one that actually matches me. And I'm going to use a brush. I used to always use a beauty blender, but I can't tell you how often I even use them anymore. And I try not to bring my foundation up underneath my eyes because the extra product just kind of makes everything cakier. So I'm going to go back into the Maybelline Master Conceal. I'm just going to put some right there. And I'm going to take a little bit down the center of my nose, to my forehead, to my chin. Oh, I have to use this horrible powder again. Oh, what I'm going to do now is take my Airspun, and I'm literally just opening it like this because there's so much already around the edge. And I'm just going to press that underneath my eyes. And I'm going to take this other one and do the same thing, but on a bigger brush. I'm just going to kind of pounce that all over my face, focusing it mainly in the areas that I am going to contour. Then I'm going to go back in with my Naked Skin palette, and I'm going to use this Morphe in the 528 brush. And I'm going to focus that where I want it, and then blending upward. I really take my time to blend this out. I used to never blend out my contour, which to me, I'm like, how did I get by with that? Looking back at the things you do, you're just like, holy shit, self. Holy shit. How did people not clock your horrible non-blending skills? Okay, so I'm going back in with this same brush. And just blending light real nicely into my face. So for blush, I'm going to use this guy again, but I'm going to use this Luxie 512 small contouring brush, and I'm going to start here and blend that in with my contour. I forgot to do highlight on the other side, but I know that I used this. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in the shade Precious Petals, and I'm just gonna really focus that right in this area. Now I'm gonna take just a small bit on the edge of my nose. I'm gonna put a ton right there on my nose. The bridge of the nose is still the same, except for on this side I used to bring it down further, and then on this side I would just go crazy and make that stupid C shape. For lips, I'm gonna do something kind of still fun, but I'm definitely not gonna do this stupid purple. This is called Orange County. It goes with the lip. I'm gonna pop on a lash really quick. I'm gonna jump into the Zulu palette, and I'm gonna take this brush with the yellow on it and just blend that underneath my eye. And then I'm going to take this brush with the orange. And lastly, I'm going to grab that reddish burgundy shade on this little tiny Eco Tools brush. And I'm going to put that right underneath my waterline. I'm going to take my Brother Lash mascara. And lastly, I'm going to take the Brow Gal Tinted Brow Gel. And I'm going to run this through my eyebrows. But I just want to say that in 2 years, this is a humongous difference. Like, this is beyond different. So I just want to say, for those of you that are always like, hey, you know, I really wish I could do makeup like you. Let me just tell you, like, just think, 2 years ago, I was doing this and was so beyond happy with it. And now I'm doing this. So if you really like to do something, you really have a passion to do it, or you just really want to be able to learn something, practice. I would come home after working 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, and I would sit in this chair and I would play with what makeup I did have. I bought a lot of it with my money that I worked hard for, I'm still working hard for. I've slowed down because I used to want a giant makeup collection and now I don't. I just am very happy with the things I have, and yes, I still buy a lot of new makeup, but I'm a lot more selective with what I buy now. Point being, guys, I know that this video was kind of like, you know, all over the place, and I know my demeanor wasn't like my normal goofy self, but I was very focused on what I was doing, for one, and two, it's just, you know, there's a serious message in all this, and it's really just, if you love what you do, do your best and continue to do your best. Like others, I'm still not on any PR lists. I still haven't had a big recognition, and you know, sometimes it bothers me because I feel like I'm better than some of the other people, but the problem is I'm comparing myself to other people. I know my work's good and I know it'll get me somewhere someday, but for now I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of how far I've come. I mean, look at that blend. Look at that blend. Okay? What the hell is that? Anyways, guys, so that is it for this video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, comment down below what items you guys would like to see for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. It is coming up soon, hopefully sooner than we think. We are about 150 people away from the 1,000 subscribers. And once we hit that mark, I really want to kind of give you guys stuff that you are interested in. So comment down below things that you guys would really like to see in that giveaway. Things that would be very useful to you. Anyways, guys, I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!